Brittney Griner, a name that separates a room like no other right now as a hot topic in America. But whatever your feelings may be on the young lady who has recently been returned to the U.S., there's one unifying, relatable factor that encapsulates this whole saga that any American or worldwide citizen will be able to relate to, and that is trauma. What's up? It's your boy Citron, coming back at you with another news video / analysis. And I kid you not, that's my real name. Man, what struck me was just the air of gratitude, appreciation, and sincerity that Brittney Griner had during this bringing home ceremony. It was humbling to read, and it was, I'm sure, she projected an air of humility, because for 10 months she was locked behind bars, and I ain't talking about sick ones that Lil Wayne spits. She was detained by Russia, whether illegally or justly so, whether she actually committed a crime. We won't know until she speaks herself and demystifies that, clears that up, or not, who knows. But it was interesting air, seeing her on the tarmac and her even interacting with Victor Bout, who she was exchanged for, the Russian merchant of death, arms dealer, who had a hand in a lot of injuries, a lot of fatalities, killing people with the weapons that he dealt to various organizations and individuals. But he even wished her well, which says a lot. I mean, no judgment or analysis on him or whatever or surrounding him, but he had the wherewithal to speak those words of encouragement to her. And she thanked the person who, was a spokesperson for saving her, for rescuing her from these circumstances. But she quickly moved past him to get to the crew that was bringing her home. She looked each and every one of them in the eye, shook their hand, thanked them for their assistance and their service. And, the spokesperson wanted to give her some space, to just decongest, decompress, and just, soak up her newly sought freedom that she has regained. But trauma, like I said, it's an interesting thing. Instead of clamming up and keeping everything to herself, she became a chatterbox. She said for 10 months she's only been hearing Russian, and man, that's the thing about trauma. Things that you took for granted, the things that you looked past, looked over, weren't appreciative about, even the simplest of things can make a big difference in your everyday life, or something that you never even thought twice about could be something that you treasure in that moment. I'm sure just even drinking clean water, just hearing English primarily, sitting in a comfortable seat, feeling the warm breeze of a air conditioning set to warm mode. Just small things that we take for granted in our everyday lives. I'm sure she was just floating in ecstasy from these small little encounters. But it was an 18-hour flight, and she talked for 12 hours of it, just talking about life, everything, her ordeal as well. But she had a real vibrant energy about her. But that's the kind of thing that trauma will do to you. Like, having those things taken away from you, the simple joys, the simple pleasantries, and amenities that we enjoy as American citizens. And I'm living abroad in another country that also affords me luxury over the average worldwide citizen. Simple things like just electricity, a warm bed, hot meals, a steady job. I'm rich by far in comparison to the rest of the world. And it's so easy to get caught up in your daily life and, you know, the stresses of living in a first world country. And by comparison, there is no comparison. People out there fighting for life and death, and we're crying over riches, an embarrassment of riches, spoiled milk by comparison. And, you know, her being a chatty Cathy and just talking them up, really just enjoying their company, regardless of their gender, their race, their declarative sex, religion, appearance, motivation. It all was cast to the wind. It didn't matter, because she was going home, returning to the place that she was born in, a different woman than before. I'm sure, just, you know, I made a video about this saga before, and I wasn't lambasting her, but just, you know, calling a spade a spade. I would never be caught dead in Russia with any, especially in a foreign country, dealing with, you know, any paraphernalia of a illegal form, illegal substances. I wouldn't be caught dead, even if it is legal. Like, weed is legal here in Japan. I would never even think about ingesting, just for even fun, because I don't even want the hint of impropriety being on me. You won't catch it. Hell no. Let's not forget, I am this, but also I'm a foreigner abroad. This is not my birthplace. Comes with a different set of rules. I'm playing a different game at a different speed than the rest of you guys, especially you natural borns. But you know, she was just so appreciative, and we should remember to carry that spirit with us. And it can get so easily lost in the daily shuffle, but you got to be cognizant of that. And not saying she's the greatest person in the world, but you could see her humanity in this. At the end of the day, we're all gonna do something wrong. We're all gonna do some right things, maybe more wrong than right, and cause misunderstandings and such. But people commit egregious crimes and such, and we're gonna find it hard to forgive them or even see them as people anymore. But for the majority of people, even through their fuck-ups, we should always be able to relate, to look at them, learn, and without being judge and jury, be able to glean something in the spirit of humility. I'm sure her family is going to be overjoyed to have her back. A lot of celebrities and people that champion for her to be brought back will be happy. I mean, even I'm happy that she's back and that she can once again enjoy the freedoms. Because nobody should be put through an ordeal like that and be kidnapped and held hostage. But it's the world we live in. You know, shit like that's gonna happen. But yeah, gratitude.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you
Thanks for watching. Check me out at Centron Anime, Centron Life, or Centron Laughs. or other social media.